All right, good morning, guys. We're going to go ahead and get started with lesson 2 with module 2. I hope you're having a good week. We are halfway there. And let's go ahead and get started. Lesson 2's objective says I can use fraction bars, number lines, and area models to show the quotient of whole numbers and fractions to show the connection between those models and the multiplication of fraction. So we're going to be doing almost exactly what we were doing yesterday, but they're going to just give us word problems to figure out. Okay, so kind of real world problems to figure out. And let's go ahead and get started. We're going to get started with exercise 1. Okay, exercise 1 says a construction company is setting up signs on 2 miles of a road. If the company places a sign at every 1/4 mile, how many signs will it use? So what we're trying to figure out is how many 1/4ths are there in 2. So let's set up our problem. This is going to be 2 divided by 1/4. Okay, now we have a whole number, so the first thing we have to do is turn that whole number into a fraction, and then skip dot flip. And then we do that. We multiply across. We get 2 times 4 is 8. 1 times 1 is 1. And 8 over 1 is equal to 8. So how many signs will it use? It will use 8 signs. Okay, let's look at number 2. George bought a submarine sandwich bought 4 submarine sandwiches for a birthday party. If each person will eat 2/3 of a sandwich, how many people can George feed? So, George has 4 sandwiches, and we're trying to figure out how many 2/3 are in those 4 sandwiches. So we have to do 4 divided by 2/3. Okay, the first step is to change the whole number into a fraction, and then skip dot flip. And then we can multiply across. 4 times 3 is 12. 1 times 2 is 2. Okay, we simplify this to 6 over 1 by dividing both by 2. And 6 over 1 is equal to 6. So how many people can George feed? He can feed 6 people. All right, let's move on. Number 3. Miranda buys 6 pounds of nuts. If she puts 3/4 pounds in each bag, how many bags can she make? Try this one on your own. Pause the video, okay? And try to figure this one on your own. When you are done, click play on the video. You should have tried this one on your own. And we know that Miranda has 6 pounds of nuts. We're trying to figure out how many 3/4 are in those 6 pounds. Okay, so we're going to divide 6 by 3/4. Our next step is to change 6 into a fraction, and then skip dot flip. And then we can multiply across. 6 times 4 is 24. 1 times 3 is 3. We simplify this. Both can be divided by 3. And we get 8 over 1. 8 over 1 is equal to 8. So she can make 8 bags out of 6 pounds of nuts if each bag contains 3/4 pounds. Let's go ahead and move on. Number 4 says Margot freezes 8 cups of strawberries. If this is 2/3 of the total strawberries that she picked, how many cups of strawberries did Margot pick? Okay, so I'm going to get 8 divided by 2/3. I multiply this by putting 8 over 1 and then skip dot flipping. Okay, and then 8 times 3 is 24. 1 times 2 is 2. We have 24 over 2. We need to simplify it. Divide both by 2. And we get 12 over 1. 12 over 1 is equal to 12. So how many cups of strawberries did she pick? She picked 12 cups of strawberries. All right, guys, last example before the problem set. Number 5 says, Regina is chopping up wood. She has chopped 10 logs so far. If the 10 logs represent 5/8 of all the logs that need to be chopped, how many logs need to be chopped? So we need to figure out 10 divided by 5/8. Okay, so we're going to turn 10 into a fraction and then skip dot flip. And then multiply across. Okay, I have 80 over 5. Okay, and now we have to simplify this. Okay, both of them can be divided by 5. Okay, so 80 divided by 5 is 16, and 5 divided by 5 is 1. 16 over 1 is equal to 16, and that is my answer. All right, guys, you will get a problem set that looks just like this. It is 2 problems. Please re-watch the video if you are confused to do these problems. All right, try your best, get this turned in, and have a great day. If you have any questions, please ask.